joining us in studio this morning from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, Donna Oracion, back with us. Good seeing you.
Yes, good to see you too.
It's been a while since I've seen your
Just
smiling face in studio here. So
you know what I look like. I haven't changed.
I do see
more gray hairs, a little older.
We do have the staff photo to put up when you're on the phone normally there.
Yay.
So first off, how's everything at the college? How are you guys doing?
Very busy. We're getting close to the end of the semester, so we've had some good activities the past couple months, and we have a few more coming up before we wrap it up for spring. And we're registering.
It's
for
like, by the way, graduation's
and then we have graduation coming up.
It's less than a month away now, isn't it? Oh, man.
It's May 13th. It's Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
So we don't want to jinx ourselves, but
that's all right.
It'll be fine.
Everyone wear a 4-leaf clover underneath their gown, and that'll cancel out the
rabbit's foot.
The bad,
I don't know.
the bad voodoo there.
Exactly. No bad mojo.
Although ask Dan Marino. He was a quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. He wore number 13.
Oh, okay.
So apparently he's like one of the few people I know that went 13 with their number. So.
Okay.
So maybe, it's all in your head.
Well, it's just the way the calendar falls. So, what can we do?
Maybe it'll go the opposite, and it'll make it your degree extra lucky.
Maybe so.
And now that degree, you show up, and everybody that sees you will offer you a job right away.
You a high-paying job with lots of benefits.
There you go. But like you said, there's a lot going on here, so I guess we should probably just get started.
Get right to it. So I want to, first of all, thank everyone who supported our foundation golf tournament. We had that April 9th at the end of my course. We had a great turnout, great
Raised
sponsors.
Lots of money for scholarships.
Had a good amount of fundraising. We're still paying a few bills, but we should be a good fundraiser for us.
Excellent.
And thank all of our partners and sponsors and teams. We were full.
Deal.
We had a nice morning, so it was great.
Just curiosity, because you've been doing that foundation scholarship golf tournament for a long time.
Yeah, that was our 19th.
As far as terms of numbers, have the numbers recouping back to pre-COVID as far as donation numbers, or is it ever fallen off? Or?
Yeah, we've had great support from the community. We had some really two event sponsors, Excel Energy and Anderson Bethany. So
good.
We've really not experienced anybody that has said they wouldn't support us due to COVID.
I think this might be one of those weird positive things that have come out of COVID. And I've noticed, and you would be much more plugged in this, but this is just me from the outside looking in. It seems like there's a lot more people stepping up now to want to contribute money and towards things like scholarships and towards students' financial future.
Right.
I don't know what, it seems like COVID kind of, I don't know if just because people said they wanted to help and they found that was the best way to help, but I noticed it seemed like a lot more people were wanting to contribute and get involved in things like education and stuff like that for the future. So I'm wondering if there was a bit of a blessing in disguise where people that maybe didn't put as much stock into scholarships and things like that put more stock into it and are now seeing the actual benefits of contributing and supporting things like that.
Right. Well, you just want to make sure you don't take anything for granted, and our community college is here for that. And without our private support, the college can't do certain. Our funding is very restricted from the state appropriation, so we can only do certain things. But with our foundation funding, we have a wide range of things we can do with our funds. And in fact, the foundation also contributed funds to a food pantry we're going to be starting on campus in the fall. So we had a good panel come to campus yesterday. We had people from the Community Kitchen and Harvest Ministries and Salvation Army and United Way, and they're helping us, giving us some guidance and some expert advice on how to set up a food pantry on campus.
And that's a great resource.
We have a lot of needs.
Because I imagine you have a student body that can utilize that as much as the outside community
right,
would,
and mainly this will be for students only.
Gotcha.
So we are we know that there's food insecurity and a lot of issues that impact students going to college and being successful in their classes. So this is one way we're addressing it. So we also received, of course, a state grant from Higher Education Department for this. So we're working out all the planning for that.
Cool.
So
more
we
to come.
appreciate this support of the community, and there's more to come.
Excellent.
On that, so.
Well, we'll be looking forward to talking about a grand opening of a food pantry on the campus.
We'll have that coming up as well.
Good.
So a couple other things. We have 3 teachers of character that are going to be recognized on Thursday.
Good deal.
They're an adult education program, which of course provides training in ESL and basic skills, and then they also provide testing for the high set or the GED exam. So
That's a cool thing if you've ever been a part of the Teachers of Character ceremony,
Yes.
where teachers from all over the region,
all over the county.
really Chaves County, yeah, I should say region, Chaves County,
Yes.
are honored. And it's a great night because you get all these elementary, middle, and high school teachers. And like you said, you get the college, private schools. It's really,
Yes.
if you're an educator in Chaves County, regardless of who you're an educator for, they give this ability for the public to recognize and honor these folks. And that's the other
Right.
part. The Teachers of Character, the three from ENMU-R, they're selected not by the college, not by other teachers. These are people, the public, students,
Yes,
people
they're
that
nominated by
generally people that were
students.
impacted positively by these people.
Right.
They take time and submit to Character Count saying, this teacher really impacted my life and this is how. And so,
Yes.
and usually to win the award, more than one person sent that about them and things like that. So
Right.
it's really probably a more personal award for some of these teachers, because it really is something that was bestowed upon them at the end of the day by the people they taught.
Right.
And that's the cool part about it.
Exactly. And they're doing kind of the drive-through parade again
Yeah.
this year like they did last year. So that will be at Church on the Move starting at 6:30. And so our instructors are Patricia Martinez, Veronica Panabouf, and Tanya Rodriguez.
Well,
so
congratulations.
those three will be recognized during the parade on Thursday.
And it's awesome that we get all these teachers recognized. There's many that don't get recognized. So in future years, if I just want to put the bee in people's bonnets, if there's a teacher that impacted your life or your child or student's life, and you thought they did an amazing job, brag on them, tout on them.
Yes, and
let's get them
usually
honored.
the application, the nominations go out in March, and then they're recognized in April. There's a time here, so there is a little nomination form you need to complete. It's very simple, but it does make a difference in those teachers' lives. So,
it's
so we're excited about that.
My wife has received the award before,
Okay.
and I will tell you this just from her review, she took a little more pride in that than many other things that she's received
Sure.
over the years. She's proud of her degree, she's proud of all of that, but when the public tells her something that at the end of the day we're under any obligation whatsoever to do.
Right.
That's the part that really it was that much more special to her because it came from her students.
Yes.
It came from people that she loves and supports and wants to see succeed, and they were like, they honored her for that. And
Yes.
so I know I'm talking way too much about this, but I just want to. It really is a big deal when you
It
submit
is.
these. So
It's
please
very important.
take it seriously and
Teachers,
do that.
They have a hard job, so they really need all the recognition they can
And
get.
thank you to the people that and congratulations to the teachers.
Yes, and Character Counts at Travis County is great about
Every
putting
single
all
one
this
that's
together.
gotten this honor has probably well deserved it 10 times over already, and it's good to see that they're getting some recognition.
Exactly. So the next thing we have coming up, Explore Eastern. I've mentioned this before. We have that coming up next Thursday, the 28th,
Okay.
from 9:30 to 12:30. And this is an opportunity for seniors, high school seniors in our area who aren't familiar with the campus
Yeah.
or not sure where they want to go to college once
Sure.
they graduate, to come out. It's from 9:30 to 12:30. They just need to sign up with their high school counselor if they haven't already.
Yeah.
We'll tour the campus, show them around, talk with some faculty,
Sure.
provide them lunch. We have some great prizes to give away,
Yeah.
including 2 scholarships from our foundation
So it is
and a laptop computer.
a carrot dangling for you to
Yes,
come out
so-
and do that.
Lots of prizes, and so it's just a great way to see what we have to offer. You've maybe just been out to the
Yeah.
performing arts center. You haven't really been
I
around
think-
campus.
I
so
think
it's
if you're a
good chance.
senior, regardless of how cemented your plans are at this point or not cemented, you should sign up to go for this. Even if you know you're going and think you know the campus, maybe you do, but maybe you just went to the PE building and did, or maybe you're at the pool.
Right.
Maybe there's facets of the campus you know about, but there's a whole world that you probably never explored or even thought that was part of Eastern New Mexico University Roswell. And so this tour will give you those options and say,
Exactly.
oh yeah, there is more here in the cafeteria. There's more here than the pool. You know what I mean? There's
Right. And
there's other stuff.
that's why a lot of people, they drive by and they say, oh, that's a nice campus, but they really don't know what our campus offers or what
Sure.
facilities we have, what
Yeah.
equipment we have.
The
So,
technology,
Yes.
the actual curriculum and things that's part of the campus, all
Right.
that stuff you get to learn a little bit about.
Right,
That's
and we're
cool.
always making improvements. I mentioned before we went on the air that we did open our Automotive and Welding Technology Center, which we had received GEO bond funding for.
Yeah.
So it's still going to be equipped. We have all construction done, the renovation done.
Gotcha. Now you're putting the bows.
So they're actually putting in all the equipment now. So
we're at the point where they'll be full-time back in there.
Yes.
Is it now or pretty quick?
Well, the welding students are still in a temporary shop in our campus.
So basically the new semester of students will start there.
Right. So they'll be moving in over the summer, and they'll be starting there in the fall. So,
awesome.
So again, that's just a new renovation that we've had going on during COVID and August, and we appreciate the support of voters who voted for GEO bond funding for that to get that done.
And don't worry, the partnerships with the business communities that that have stepped up their game to make sure we don't miss a beat during this time of rebuild. They're going to be involved. We don't need them to do as much, but they're still heavily involved in all of that stuff.
Yes, we appreciate our community partners.
And big thank you to Crumlin for housing and providing a place for these students to continue to learn while the facilities were being redone and remodeled.
Right. So we were great. We had a great turnout, and again, thank our legislators that came, our city leaders.
Yep.
So
and this is why
this
is why we tell you to vote yes on those bond C's and D's and B's.
We won't mention that yet, but we do have another one coming up in November. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that one in the summer or something.
We'll get to that again later. Another great thing we have coming up is we're getting a KENW TV studio on our campus.
Oh, the
in partnership
PBS station.
With PBS. So it's going to be in our Instructional Technology Center. We have a classroom and an adjacent area for a control room. So we're doing a grand opening, and we are dedicating this in memory of David Gonzalez.
Awesome.
Who people remember passed away. And he created a program called, I forget the name, it's Cultura. That started on KENW TV. And then, of course, he was an anchor and news director at KBIM TV and KRQE TV. So that will be an opening dedication ceremony on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, at 4 o'clock. And we're inviting the public to come as well, and some of David's family will be there.
I know this is early and all that, but is there any intent to put any kind of original content coming out of that studio? Where
there possibly will be,
maybe some shows for the PBS channel in New Mexico that end up?
Yes, we've been working with them. They are providing equipment and some set pieces, that sort of thing. And what we're going to be doing on the 5th is we're having students from KENW in Portales come down. They have a newscast from 5 to 5:30.
So they're going to come in.
So they're going to come and do their newscast from our studio.
Cool. They'll break in the studio for everybody here. Cool.
So they'll have their little on-air flashing light outside the door for the first time. So that will be kind of a kickoff to have, and that will be used for many different things. If people want to use it for interviews, again, for broadcasting, and then
that's awesome.
Our media arts students will be using it as well. So
I think
really
there's a lot
excited.
of potential to expand into a lot. Not related, but sort of related. I've been watching Julia on HBO Max. If y'all,
I've heard of it.
It's about Julia Childs.
Right. Yes.
And so when I think this, I'm thinking, who never knows? Maybe the next Julia Child.
You never know.
Will get their chops in that studio over there. And by the way, it's an amazing story of the Julia Child story.
I've listened to some interviews with the actress that plays Julia.
Yeah,
Child,
it's a good show.
Yes.
I think they're about 5 episodes in now, and I've been staying caught up. And even though it's not my normal cup of tea, I'm really kind of digging it. So
I'm sure she's very, very interesting background.
But you never know. Maybe and who knows? Maybe you all see it and get inspired.
We have some talent.
that studio and that will be soon joining the fold here at the college.
Right.
That might be your ticket to being that next Bob Ross or Julia Child or Masterpiece Theater out there. So very cool.
And I love PBS programming, so I think it's great. The next thing we have coming up, we are doing another Scrubs camp. In June, and that's a little ways away, but it will be June 9th, just to let students know, and that's open to 10th grade students, also through 12th grade.
Excellent. And the earlier you sign up, the better on this one, because it's a pretty popular camp. This is a second or third.
It will be our second.
COVID
we had it planned in 2020, but we had to cancel it. So
but it was very popular. It's basically kind of like learning all the facets of healthcare that's available through ENMU-Roswell. You get to learn more about the MS side, the nursing and all that, but they kind of incorporate the camp into how they all connect, if that makes sense. Where they run
scenarios and how the first responders interact with the people that come in with nursing.
So it's almost like they
assisting,
learn the whole
phlebotomy.
process of
Right.
emergency services or medical services
Right.
there.
So
Yeah.
that will be June 9th. It's a Thursday. We're just doing the one day this year. It's from 8:30 to 4:30. It's $10 a student.
Okay.
And that includes a T-shirt, breakfast, and lunch for the day. So again, if they're interested in any kind of health career, this is kind of a great introduction.
Or if you're
to
kind
that.
of deciding where you want to go in healthcare, maybe
Right.
it's EMS, maybe it's doctor nursing, or maybe it's X-rays or phlebotomy. I always get this one.
Phlebotomy.
Take shots, draw blood. Whatever it is,
Right.
this will give you a better insight on whether there's
Yes.
something you want to do. Yeah.
So it's, emergency medical services, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, nursing assisting, phlebotomy, and pharmacy technician.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll be getting more. We have a website we've set up for that, and we're getting the information out. So we're not taking applications just yet, but pretty soon for
Awesome.
registration. We're also going to be doing an art event on campus. We're still working out the details, but we have a brand new sculpture called Reaching for the Stars that was at NMMI right
Yeah.
in the corner. So they've donated that to our campus. So we've been working on installing it. Now we put some landscaping around it, some shrubbery. And
Make it a nice
stuff.
place
so
to
it's
hang
a nice
out.
kind of central focal point for the campus. So we're going to be showcasing and showing that off to the public, in addition
nice.
to some artwork that people may not realize we have on our campus.
Oh,
we have
cool.
a large Peter Hurd. We have Dorothy Peterson.
Oh, wow.
Peter Rogers. So a lot of nice, really exclusive fine art that's on our campus, and we'll be getting information about. We want to open that up and make sure
it a
people
more-
know what we have and appreciate what we have on campus.
And then if you're looking for more quiet places to sit down and really read, study, or whatever, these are probably another good couple places on the campus. Because anytime you put things like that, people just tend to be quieter and somber around those places.
Right. We don't want them climbing it, though.
Yeah. So
That could be dangerous.
So now you got a spot where you can sit down and get in the corner and get your book or read. Colleges need a lot of places like that.
Yes.
You can kind of sit and do your thing.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And so one other thing we have come, again, it's a little further out, but it's in July. We're doing Kids College again from July 25th through 29th. And these are for the younger kids, depending on the program between 4 and 7, 8 and 12 ages, 5 and 8. So a lot of these are surrounding Legos. So we have
step on 'em.
Lego. We have Lego Science and Technology, Life Skills, Lego Mania, Lego Expert, Lego Designer, and then we also have a survival tactics class.
Okay.
And these are all from July 25 through 29.
Okay.
So the costs vary, generally around $30 a student.
Okay.
So,
And what's the gear age? Like elementary age or
from,
younger? Or?
4 to 7 is the youngest.
Okay. So
5
really,
to 8.
probably preschool to
Right,
kindergarten,
4 to
maybe
age 13.
first grade. Okay, so maybe like
depending on the.
third on down, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard
I don't
for
know.
me to know.
Yeah,
that, but
my was an English teacher. I
children.
still don't.
I'm
get
not a
that.
teacher, so I don't know the ages. But, so again, we just want to make sure that people know we do provide programming for younger kids so that they can get exposure to college life and to some courses and things that they may not get exposed to during the regular class.
Well,
class
the
year.
more I don't care what when you have a child that's toddler and pre-K that age, the more you throw at them and to see
they
what
can
sticks,
expose
the better.
them to different skills, and a lot of these you think, playing with Legos, but they really learn to enact, creativity and
engineering,
eye-hand coordination, problem solving, critical thinking.
Legos
all of
are
that is incorporated with, and these are Lego sets that you can't buy in the stores. These are different Lego sets.
But problem solving, it all starts the foundation for all of that stuff.
A lot of things, yes. All that critical thinking and the STEM fields, the science, engineering.
And I also tell you this, while you're over there getting your kids signed up for that, take them to the story times over at the library during the day. Even if your child's not old enough to understand or comprehend or read yet, just having people read to them, and the more you expose them to that, the more they absorb, through osmosis, just being in the room and absorbing it. And there's so many tests done that those kids do better on school. All the numbers go way up. The good numbers go way up when you do stuff like that.
Right, and especially over the summer, you don't want to have any setbacks or just
regression.
kind of regression when you're just sitting in front of a screen all day long. You're not really doing it. You're just
Well, think about it.
absorbing something.
You go to
So-
work all week, and then you veg all week, and then Monday you're kind of groggy, and it takes you a minute to get going again. Imagine doing that for 2.5 months
Right.
and then get going again.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need to keep those stimulations going on. So, of course, we do have graduation coming up May 13th, as I mentioned, and our speaker will be Antoinette Gibson. She is an occupational therapy assistant graduate.
Awesome.
35 years old. She's an older student. We also show as a good example of the fact that we're a campus for all ages, not just traditional students, but what we call non-traditional, those who are returning to school or career changers. In Antoinette's
You have a
case-
lot of speakers at the graduations, and a lot of them are those folks that, like you said, they didn't take for lack of a better term, the traditional college path to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Just decided, you want to just do better for yourself and your family, and you go back to school. And she was really motivated by her mom and decided that she liked the field of occupational therapy to help people when they need to recover from either a
Sports
surgery,
industry,
an
surgery,
accident, a stroke, things like that. They need to relearn those small motor skills. And so we're really excited to have Antoinette speak to us. She's a very energetic, uplifting person.
So even if you're tired, she's gonna get you up and going regardless.
She'll be good.
Of it. Good.
So that is at the Civic Center this year. We'll be at the Civic Center. We have about over 200 students that are graduating, but not all of them walk.
Gotcha.
Some of them just decide
So I'm guessing
not to.
the students that are going out there, they've got so many tickets they can give away.
So we're doing tickets, but we'll make sure that we can fit a lot of people.
Sounds
in
like
the
anybody
Civic
that wants to
Center.
go, we'll find a way to get them in there as best as humanly possible.
Right, and that'll be our 77th commencement, so we're looking forward to that. Time just flies.
Doesn't look that old.
It doesn't look that. Still looks good for 77.
Thinking in their 40s, still looks like they're in their 40s.
Right.
But, of course, if you have any questions about anything we talked about, of course, if you want to sign up for summer, can they sign up for fall yet or just summer?
Fall as well.
Fall
so
or
we're
summer.
registering for summer and fall, so you can talk with an advisor now, make an appointment, just walk in. They're taking walk-ins as well.
Sure. And, of course, you can go anytime to the website, roswell.enmu.edu.
Exactly.
And if you're a student or if you're not a student and potential thinking about it, I invite you to get on your social medias. And like Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, they have several different Facebook pages. But I know one of them, like Dr. Powell uses that as kind of his fireside chats for the students. Anytime there's special programs or any little videos or anything about services or things through the college,
try and provide that.
That's
but
kind
again,
of the conduit for all that.
It's and we do post things on Instagram as well, mainly Facebook at the moment. But we're also moving into some TikTok videos. We have some new recruiters who've been working on some TikTok videos for us. So,
as these experts get younger, they're going to be more proficient in the various social media.
They're more proficient than I am in those. So we're trying to again reach as many different people as we can through as many different platforms.
I'm well versed on Facebook. I can dabble around on Twitter, and past that, I'm in trouble. So I know of Snapchat. I know of TikTok. I don't know how to work any of those.
Yeah,
so.
well, it's just sign of the times.
It is. It is.
We'll see what the next thing is.
I get less and less hair, and more stuff comes out. So that's how it works.
All right. Okay, TMI.
Well, very good. Did we get it all?
I think so. One other thing we are doing, speaking of EMS, they are doing their what they call trauma lanes today on campus. So they'll be doing various different scenarios around our Health Science Center.
Okay.
And the fire department does come out and spray the students with water so that while they're doing the scenario, they can simulate being in a rainstorm in the rain. So it gives them another level of
we don't get enough rain to actually
anxiety.
wait for one.
Right. So we have to make our own rainstorm today. So
Gotcha.
there'll be some of that activity around campus.
So if you see that,
so don't get panicked.
Nothing to alarm.
Yeah, they'll be having ambulances doing runs, and so it's not real. It's all
supposed to happen. It's for training.
It's for training.
You're in a training environment, and training
that's today
things
and
happen.
tomorrow.
Okay.
So just in case you drive out there and wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
But, it's all planned.
So don't, if you're rushing to help, they got it covered.
Right,
so,
we've got it covered.
Well, thank you, Donna, as
Thanks,
always,
Mike.
and good seeing you again. And
You too.
We'll see you hopefully next month in
time.
person here.
Okay,
so
sounds
very
good.